terms of the first half, I thought both teams were kind of trying to figure each other out. They shot, I think it was 47%. I felt like defensively we got hung up when they made the adjustment with the ball screens. We were switching the ball screen to start, and then as the game wore on, we went to icing the ball screen whenever our big was involved, and then they re-screened, and they got a number of easy baskets out of that situation. We didn't make a good adjustment. Obviously, Warren did make a good adjustment, and I thought that was a big difference. I think that at halftime we talked about just bringing more energy to our defensive end. Also, that they were really trying hard to just score in the paint as opposed to shoot the threes that they're known for, and we had to really step up our energy and our talk. If you look at the first 5 minutes of the second half, it really came out. I thought we made the adjustments we talked about at halftime. We handled the ball screens a little bit better. We got some breathing room as far as getting out, to a double-digit lead. And a lot of it happened because these two guys were able to score the ball. Isaiah was a monster on the glass. I think he had 12 rebounds along with 24 points, 9 for 15 shooting. That's what you want out of your seniors in terms of leadership and in terms of effort. I thought he got a number of rebounds outside of his area, and I thought Joey was able to, score and really score downhill in the second half, where he was, really taking it in transition and pushing the pace, whereas in the first half, I didn't think we played with that same energy. So, I think that got us the lead, and then, we kept playing together, and at points, Chris made some great assists, and I think the biggest thing is our defense in the second half. We held them to 25% from the floor, and that was the difference in the game. We were able to get stops that we didn't get in the first half, and having that opportunity got us great stuff in transition, and that's probably where we're at our best.
Isaiah, I want to start with you tonight because I know last weekend must have been especially bitter for you because you didn't have your best games. You showed tonight what you're capable of, and what can happen for this team when you do get to that level. How important was it for you after last weekend to have this type of a game tonight?
Yeah, it's good. All week, both coach as well as my teammates told me that we know what you're able to do, we know what you're capable of. You get the ball, go score it. When you play with players as good as Joey, as good as Nick Tominol, and then Matt and Chris are two of the best passers in the area, it makes my job pretty easy.
So, Joey, a lot of these other postseason games over your career, you kind of let other guys get going first, and then you come in a couple minutes in, picking up your scoring. Tonight, you took it right from jump, and you were in double digits real quick. What did you see as you were getting ready to play this team that kind of indicated to you that was the way you needed to go about it tonight?
I just tried to take what they give me. I saw some gaps early. Was able to get to the rack early. But it's any different guy on any given night. It's had a big game. They guarded Nick pretty tight. I think they were denying him at points. So they didn't have much help early up. They weren't loaded up. So I was able to get to the rack early.
Coach, you talk all the time about the schedule that you put together during the year and how you try to prepare players for NCAA level intensity, and you had that tonight. Even when Husson was behind by a bunch, you had all the contested loose balls and second and third and fourth attempts before you could bring rebounds in. How were the guys able to roll with that tonight and hang in there to get a lot of those tough plays?
I think that the best cliche I've heard on that one is that Marcus Smart plays with vicious intensity, and I think that's what it comes down to. Is when you're playing the NCAAs, it's survive and advance, and tonight you saw a lot more urgency over the course of the 40 minutes from our team that I think has been in and out down the stretch of our season.
And so, Isaiah, you've got obviously a huge role on this team anyway, but given what you're up against in the front court with Brad still trying to ramp back up to 100%, with David wearing that heavy brace, a little bit limited, Charlie having to play more minutes, how important is that for you to not only be productive while you're out there, but to be able to play big minutes as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do a really good job cycling in the bigs. I think Charlie Rice plays a big role in that. Frankie Oftring has been huge coming off the bench. So I think it's just one of those things you just got to be ready to play every night, and I think that's something that we've done a really good job of this year.
And Coach, I'm going to go back to that subject with Frank for a minute because he was a big part of the story on Saturday, not quite as much on Sunday, but he did a lot of those same things tonight that he did for you in that win over Springfield last weekend. How How is he on the practice court over the course of the season built the confidence to a point where he can be a contributor this young in a game like this?
You know, Frank's is a PG, you know, so he had an extra year. And I think that extra year of growth has really led to his maturity. He's very much a calm person. And I think that, you know, we see it every day. He does the right thing all the time. And it was just a matter of him getting a chance. And he really got his first chance out at Springfield when we beat them out there early in the season. And with that, you know, he banged a corner three in that game. And, you know, you look at the Springfield game when they played Triangle 2, and, you know, he was a huge reason why we won. But I think the thing that goes unnoticed, because it doesn't go in the box scores, his length changes the game inside. He's able to, you know, contest bigger people with his length and without fouling. And I think that that gives us, you know, a different ingredient. You know, each of the bigs has something different. You know, Stauffer's really physical. Isaiah, you know, can really run the floor. You know, Charlie Rice can guard anybody on the floor. So I think having that versatility, and then obviously I think Brad's a lot like Charlie. He's kind of one of those inside-outside defender 1 through 4 type of guys. So, you know, we're fortunate that we have that versatility within the roster.
And Joe, you did what you needed to do in those first 4 minutes of the second half tonight. 1-point game to start, and you guys were able to build that lead out and get it to a point where you were able to play the rest of the second half with the lead, take advantage of the foul situation and all those things. What went into those first 4 minutes to get you guys off to such a great start?
I think just focus on the defensive end. We knew we had to play more compact. You know, we had to help each other out. We couldn't leave each other out on islands like we did in the first half. So, you know, we got some stops. We were able to get out and run, and the offense took care of itself there.
All right, and Isaiah, when you take a look at, you know, what Skidmore will bring tomorrow, you know, they're kind of a bigger team that probably won't let it fly as much from the outside as you saw tonight. What challenges is that going to pose to you down low?
I mean, we saw they do 1-3-1 full quarter court. We're gonna have to prepare for that. It's gonna be a challenge. They're a very good team, but we're excited to get going tomorrow.
And Coach, you brought them in a couple of years ago on the out-of-conference schedule, and you know, so this group, the older guys anyway, have seen them before, played against them before. You know, taking on a team that plays in a league as good as the Liberty League, what's it going to take to keep moving through to next weekend?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just taking care of your body and, you know, being able to bring energy for 40 minutes again. So much of this game is how much energy and intensity you're going to bring on the defensive end, and at least for us, and then have enough legs to go and get those balls and be able to play together on offense and run. You know, I think we're at our best when we run, and it's coming off our defense to get stops. You know, we'll certainly take a look at the playing film and try and get our guys prepared in that 60-minute period that we'll be looking at tomorrow.